Come on, work, Zoom, work! Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 a.m. coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. Figured I haven't done a pickups video in a while, so here we are. The following games are the recent titles I have picked up to add to the collection, all of which I purchased on the cheap, because, you know, budget. Now, of course, keep in mind, guys, I'm excluding any PlayAsia's recent releases to this because, well, it kind of goes without saying that those are new releases. So I figured I'd be showing you some games today that are non-PlayAsia exclusive, something off-menu, as it were. Kind of getting better with metaphors, aren't I? No. Oh, and let me know what games you guys have recently picked up. I'd love to hear it down in the comments section. Okay, so I have some titles here, and I'm gonna keep them a secret from y'all because I don't want to ruin the surprise. And I guess I'll start off with the game that's on top of the pile, since that one's already ruined. I need to plan this out better next time, I think. Game numero uno on our list today is a Japanese import, and you probably can tell because due to the fact that you can't read the front cover, unless you're Japanese, is a certain magical Virtua On. Oh yes, you heard that right, everyone. Virtua On. There exists a game like that on the Vita in Japan. And if you were like me and grew up with the Sega Saturn in your childhood, then the Virtua On series should be sounding very familiar to you right now. And what makes this game even better is the fact that Sega teamed up with another Japanese company to make this game. And you know what that means? Licensed anime characters. Oh geez, that's not gonna cause any kind of copyright issues in the future for this channel. And I guess there goes any hopes that I had of showing you the opening scenario to this game, but we'll just keep it on the level for now. Yeah, I don't know what that means either, but I'm gonna be giving you a full 360 view of this whole physical release, the front cover, the back cover, and one of the things that I love that Japan still does, at least to a certain point, is that they have manuals, or at least these very, very thin slip papers inside each of their game releases, or at least most of them. Got a shot here of the game card. Now, I'm gonna show you some gameplay, excluding the OP. And for those who are not familiar with the Virtua On series, it's basically a full-fledged Gundam game, I guess. It's 1-on-1, or sometimes 2-on-2, or 3-on-3. It can get pretty hectic, but it's a mech game, and that is what matters most of all. Oh, and I should mention at this point that this series has nothing at all to do with Gundam. That was just the best way I could kind of explain the whole situation. Now, I haven't had a chance to try a whole lot of this game yet because I just barely picked it up, but from what I played so far and was able to figure out in spite of all the moon language for me, it's a very, very solid mech game. And the licensed anime characters are just the cherry on top of this sundae. This mech sundae. Alright, maybe I'm not so good at metaphors as I thought. But somebody better make a DeviantArt of that in the future. Okay, now, we are going to put that game to the side and be picking up game numero duso, and that is WRC 5, or as they say in certain parts of the world, World Rally Championship 5. I assume that they say that in certain parts of the world anyway. And as the front cover would imply, I wonder what genre of game this could be for the Vita. Here's a look at the side, here's a look at the all awesome back. Ooh, baby got back, baby. Got some really, really cool screenshots of gameplay back here. Loving it, loving it. Ah, so that's what the McDonald's jingle was trying to tell me. And the inside, much like my stomach right now, empty. But we do have the PlayStation Vita cart right here in all its glory. It's very green and white. I'm just trying to think of something interesting to say here, people. Now, let's check out some gameplay. Oh, would you look at that? It's a racing game. That was truly unexpected. Find all the cars, all the drivers, and all the official rallies of the 2015 FIA World Rally Championship in this racing simulation standard. Realistic driving on different road surfaces, dynamic damage, day and night system, weather. Experience all the sensation of rally racing in WRC 5. Whew, is it hot in here or is it just me? I don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly pumped to the extreme! You guys still have your hearing intact after me saying that? Yeah, I don't either. So let's move on to the third game. We are going from testosterone-filled car racing to something more light and pleasant. And chibi. Very, very chibi. This is Rabbit X Labyrinth, I think. I don't know, I just freaking bought it for the front cover. But what a nice front cover it is. Here's a nice look at that. Now looking a little bit here, a little side action, if you will. Now the back. You know, just gonna go on a note here, I really do miss game boxes having full cover art of the gameplay in the back, instead of half of it being all this legal mumbo jumbo. But that's a video for another time. Open it up here, and yep, we got a little bit more quote-unquote manuals. True, they are a bit more on the pamphlet side, but they're better than nothing. And a look at this totally awesome game cart once again. Now this is a game I have had a chance to put a decent amount of time in. What? You mean James actually planned ahead for this video?
Well, that's a first.
And what I love best of all about this game is that it includes 4 games from the Rabbit X Labyrinth series all on one PlayStation Vita cart. So you can choose which of the games you want to play, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, and then this sort of weird spin-off game with this girl that turns into like some sort of cat. It's anime, so you just kind of have to go with it. But if you're wondering what kind of game this is, it's a puzzle platformer. Each levels take place in a certain room, and you got to figure out how to get to the door in each level. And depending on what character you're playing, their abilities differ from one another. And you have to use said unique abilities in order to solve each of the puzzles, and as expected, as you progress, the puzzles get tougher and tougher. You also have elemental powers such as fire, ice, or the ability to turn certain enemies into blocks. These will aid you on your quest, but be careful because these powers are limited unless you're playing on easy mode. And James always plays on easy mode. He also likes to refer to himself in the third person sometimes. Alright, I have another true confession here to make. This game I'm about to show you, I'm kind of cheating on just a little bit. Because although yes, it is a recent pickup, I actually owned the Japanese version of this game for a very long time. But I was able to find a European copy of this in English for a very cheap price, so I just had to pull the trigger on that. I feel kind of dirty right now, purchasing duplicates like that, but I don't mind really doing it with this game. Plus, it's nice to know what's actually going on in the story. So this is J-Star's Victory Plus, or J-Star's Victory Versus Plus, or something like that. I don't know. It's basically Power Stone with a bunch of shonen characters. That's the optimal way I can describe it. Oh, got a little bit more manual action going on here. The game cart, which looks really cool. But then again, I guess with all PlayStation Vita carts, you kind of have to squint to actually see what's going on in them. But it's space convenient, so I ain't complaining.
I think you just were.
Now, if you want to know the technical side of this game, here it is. Celebrating the 45th anniversary of the Shonen Jump magazine and the 20th anniversary of the V-Jump magazine in Japan, a never-before-seen fighting game has been developed. J-Star's Victory Versus Plus invites fans and gamers to play with their favorite manga and anime character and progress in the Jump world through different environments recalling Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, trademark, and other memorable moments. For every manga and anime fan, J-Star's Victory Plus is jam-packed with long hours of intense and amazing battles, and a must-have addition to their video game collection. Now, I'm just going to go on the record here of saying I don't watch a ton of Shonen Jump anymore, so a lot of that went over my head, but it sounded pretty cool. And for any potential PlayStation Vita collectors out there, keep in mind that all of the games I have shown on this video today, the only way to own a physical copy of said games is through the way that I have shown today. Except for this game, because there does exist an Asian English version of it too, along with the European one. Just thought I'd mention that for those who are collecting for Vita. Kinda odd. I just noticed something. All of the games that I picked up recently were all foreign to my region of the United States. Funny how that turned out. Uncle Sam is shaking his head at me. Well, everyone, that covers all of my recent pickups for this month of May. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What games have you picked up this month? What games are you currently playing lately? Tell me all about it down there. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. The following video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including Redowan Alaoy, Hero Acer, BMF, Phantom XRS, Gutter Drums, Adam Sondi, Ruben Gutierrez, Saul Ramirez, Hemdall Imbert, Dennis R. Huggins Jr., Joshua Williams, Kyle Brooks, Richard Cruz, Jared Haddo, JR, Buzz Sayin, Kevin Enright, E-Rock, Jelle, Heston Joseph, Pierce Sterner, Mario Cruz, Aaron Swanson, Adam Theory, Wendy K, Larry Anderson, Rodrigo Vera, Sculpture Tugel TCG, David Ray, Neo Arashi, Reiko Star, and Matt Fox. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that's cool too. Make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have various ways for you to do so down there. Well, my dudes, we came, we saw, we PlayStation Vita'd. Now that's some poetry for ya.
Yeah, terrible poetry.